Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the second video of week 3. I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Um, as per usual, if you don't have your copies and your pens, please make sure you pause the video and get them now. So today we're going to be looking at this thing called a slope of a line. Okay, so everything that you see on this slide, I need you to take down. Okay, and the most important ones are the top two. The second two, not too much. I'll explain it, but they're not too important for us. So a slope is the direction of the line, and if it's going up or if it's going down. So when we read a line in maths, it's much like how you read a book. You read a book from left to right, okay? So it's exactly the same. We read a line starting at the leftmost point and going right. Okay, so a positive slope goes up from left to right. So if we take this slope here, it starts down here and it goes up the way. A negative slope goes down from left to right. So it starts from up here and it goes down the way from left to right. We'll get into why this is called, so a horizontal line is called a zero slope and a vertical is undefined. I'll briefly explain those two, but the most important thing is the top two. So make sure though that you've got everything taken down in your copy. So make sure to pause the video. So quite simply, we're just going to state whether each of these are positive or negative. So maybe pause the video and decide which is positive and which is negative. That's all you've got to do. So if it goes up from left to right, it's positive, and if it goes down from left to right, it's negative. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so for the first one, we can see that it's going up the way from left to right, so that one's going to be positive. The same with the second one. It's a very slowly going up the way from left to right, so it's also going to be positive. This guy, if we read it from left to right, it's going up, so this is also positive. This guy from left to right, it's going down the way, okay? Very slowly, but it's going down the way, so that means it's negative. This guy is also going down the way from left to right, so it's negative. And the last one going up the way from left to right, so it's positive. So there's two ways. We're just going to focus on visually today. Tuesday we'll look at how to use the formula. Okay, but we're just going to focus on how to find the slope visually. Okay, and how we do that, I'm not too sure. You might have touched on it last year in first year, I'm not too sure. But the slope is found using rise over run, okay? So how we find that is we pick 2 points on a line. We find the rise, which is going to be this line here. And we find the run, which is this line here. So we draw a horizontal line from the point to find the run and a vertical line from the point to find the rise. And now we just put the rise over the run. What that means is how many boxes. So if we look at the rise, okay, the answer's there, but look at the rise. We start at this point, we go down 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Okay, so my rise is 4. And my run then, I go across, I start at the point and I go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So my run is 6. That gives me 4 over 6, which we can work down to 2 over 3. So everything on this slide needs to be taken down as well. So make sure you pause the video and you have everything there. I'm going to go through a couple of examples and then it's just going to be questions for homework. Okay? So first example, I'm going to go through this. It would also be a good idea to make sure that you take this example down. And I'm going to go through a random example that I just made up as well. And then it's just questions for homework. So let me get into my visualizer. So this is kind of what you have, okay? We told the point A, C, and B. Now, it's not necessary, but I'm just going to write these points. So A is the point I go across to 6 and up to 10. 6, 10. C is the point 1, 2, and B, I go across to 11, up 2. Okay, now we're told to find the slope of the line AC and AB. So AC is this line. So that connects from A to C. and AB is the line that connects to A to B. So what we need to do is find the rise and put it over the run. So the rise, all you have to do is draw a line from the highest point vertically down. It doesn't have to be perfect, so let's just draw it around there, okay? And now we draw a line from C horizontally across and wherever it meets, which is going to be there. So for AC, my slope, which we call M, little m as well, not like the midpoint, it's the rise over the run. The rise, we start at this box and we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. The run, we start at C and we go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. And that can't reduce down any further. So that's my final answer. Okay, so 8 over 5, that's it. You can leave it as a fraction rather than a decimal. Now the second one, before answering this, what do you notice about this line? It's going down the way. So this means it's going to have a negative slope. So m is equal to rise over run, but the answer will be negative, okay? So we've already drawn a vertical line down from A, and we just have to draw a horizontal line from B. It's actually on the same one here. So again, we'll count. I'll do it slowly. So again, the rise. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. And the run start at this point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes across. So the only difference is that this one is a positive slope because it's going up the way, and this guy is a negative slope because it's going down the way. So that's really important. If it's a negative slope, if it's going down the way, it's going to be a negative slope here. So that's that one there. So make sure that you have those examples taken down. And now I'm going to do this one. So this was just random, okay? I picked the points, I just made them up. I drew this, and we're just going to find the slopes, okay? So L, I start at this point and draw a line vertically, and I start at this point and draw a line horizontally. It meets there. So my slope for L, so L, so remember M is equal to rise over run. So my rise, I count how many boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I count how many boxes across for my 1, 2. So 8 over 2, which is the same as saying 4. Now for M, just be careful, because if we look at M, it's going down the way. So see how it's going down the way from left to right. That means it's going to be a negative slope, okay? And now we do the same method. So I draw a line vertically, and then I draw a line horizontally. So my rise, I start at this point, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. And my run is 1, 2, 3 boxes across. 6 divided by 3, well, minus 6 divided by 3 is going to give me minus 2. So sometimes you end up with numbers, sometimes you end up with fractions. It's just the way that it goes. And the last one then, the line N, so my slope is rise over run, and this one's a positive because it's going up the way. So I draw a line vertically and I draw a line horizontally. So my rise, I go up 1, 2, 3 boxes, and my run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3/6 is the same as saying 1/2. And that's it. You can take that example down if you want, but it's not necessary. I know it's a little bit small. The most important one was definitely the one at the top. Okay. Now, just to show you, there's a few questions. So there's a few questions. Oh, sorry. Oh, I just wanted to touch on this very quickly. Okay, so this is if we did the rise over the run, you'd see that there's 6 boxes going up the way and 6 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think I've miscalculated. That should be 7 boxes, but let's pretend it's 6. So that's going to be a positive. And then this is 6 boxes and 6 boxes across, okay? But the only difference is that, see, this one's going down the way, so it's going to be a -1. So this is called a zero slope because our run is going to be the one going across, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the rise, the line doesn't go up the way at all. There's no rise, it stays horizontal. So the rise is 0 and the run is 6. Any 0 divided by any number is always 0, and that's why it's called a zero slope. Okay, so any horizontal line is always going to have a slope of 0. And a vertical line, so if we counted how many boxes the rise is, I think I made a mistake here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this should be 7 instead of 6, sorry about that. But you can see it doesn't go across the way, there's no run. So it's 0. And if you try to do 6 divided by 0 on your calculator, you get a math error. So this is why it's an undefined slope, because there isn't a number for it. So the few questions, it's going to be just calculating the slope. So there's ones from your textbook, and I found some online. So there's question 2, question 3, and then just a few that were online, which are just going to be down here. So they'll be up as an assignment, okay? So all I want you to do is just get comfortable with finding the slope and whether it's positive or negative. Great work again this week, guys. Keep it up. You're doing brilliantly. And I'll talk to you soon. Apart from that, enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.